Hello guys and welcome to the 7th aspect. My name is Siggi and I'm joined by Gary.
Thanks for joining us. It's great to have you here for another episode of the Showcase Showdown.
Yep, this is number 7 and we are seeing Palpatine versus Han Solo. Do you want to run us down the list, Gary?
Absolutely. So the Han deck is a Han green that I built. I put it together, been testing it a bit. And the Palp deck is by Thorrk. We have a link to his YouTube channel in the description.
Yes, sir. Let's play Unlimited.
Welcome to the gaming table, Han versus Palp. I think this is going to be a really good one, Sig.
Yeah, I've been looking forward to this one. You throw the chance cube and you are the blue player, so you get that. The deck we picked for Palpatine is called Greed is Good, and I thought my opening hand was very greedy.
Now, I didn't know this at the time, but that is some starting hand you got there, Sig.
Yeah, and I was like, do I resource one of the resupplies or do I get super greedy with Vader in hand and just try to get pulp and everything out? So I decided to go for it. It's greedy, but pulp is a greedy character.
Very good. And I had quite a nice first couple of turn curve in my starting hand. I didn't have the late game cards I'd like to see, like the U-Wing or the Han, but I felt like I had enough draw between R2 and C3PO to hopefully go through my deck a little bit to find those cards
Yep.
as I approach turn 3, turn 4.
Yep. And you played C3PO and guessed 7. You didn't get that.
And I'm not sure if there's a better option to guess, but there's quite a few 7 cost cards in this deck. So without a peek at the top of the deck, I thought it was worth a try.
Yeah, absolutely. And here I draw a super lazy technician to further my ramp, and I decide I will just play it. It can tie into C3PO or I can pulp kill it.
Yeah, the ramp is unreal, Siggy.
It
How is he going to be stopped?
that is a good question.
So I bring out R2 here to do the R2 C3PO combo, and as I say, look for some of those 7 cost cards. We see a Chewie, which is quite good. It's not the 7 cost I was looking for, but it's a nice mid game Sentinel, which I think will help me here. So
I decided to run the prop threat into C3PO because I need to break up this combo of you drawing cards, and the super lazy technician can run into C3PO.
to finish
In
him
the
off.
next turn to finish him off if that's my fancy. You can see
Yeah,
the
so
new.
I only managed to get the R2 C3PO off once there.
Yep, yep. Now
What do you think about?
I'm thinking here, how can I do a 5 resource play? So I can play a resupply for 3, and if the super lazy technician dies, I can play the short trooper. I thought about resourcing him. I even put him down, but I thought I want to play 5 resources and also I'm almost up to 6 when he's activated, so 1 resupply goes in.
Which makes a lot of sense, and also when the super laser tech goes in, he'll go in ready, so that will be handy.
Yep. So I
So
trade him.
C3PO
Yeah.
before he gets a chance to do his thing, which is pretty strong from you. And yeah, already the ramp is starting to crank up, and we haven't even seen a resupply yet.
Yeah, we'll see it later this turn though.
I decide to try and put some damage onto base while I can before something takes out the battlefield marine.
Yeah, I think it's sensible. Out comes the resupply, and I'm now to 6 resources, and Vader is coming next turn.
And from my perspective, I felt like you went from 4 to 6 in the blink of an eye, like just super quick.
Yeah, and I still have a 1 play in hand. You were again peeking with R2. I think you decided to put Leia to the bottom of the deck.
Yeah, so I like Leia a lot. I think she's an excellent card, but in this instance, she's not what I'm looking for. I need to find that U-Wing, those 7 cost cards, so I decide to bottom deck her just to get her out of the way.
Yep.
And then I play my Sentinel.
Yep. And here we can see a new thing we're introducing to the channels, the take initiative and pass buttons. They will show clearly who is taking initiative and who is passing. It's I think it's a
Hopefully
nice
that's
touch.
Yeah, I think it's a nice quality of life touch just for the viewer to see clearly when initiative is taken.
And you can obviously also see the initiative beside the base damage with the 7th aspect logo. Who has the initiative?
So I managed to pull a U-Wing here, which I'm happy about, but this hand deck normally likes to play a bit of ramp itself, a resupply or two, using hand's ability to play resources. The fact that I'm on 5 resources here and you're already on 7, it feels bad. It feels really, really bad. But I do have the U-Wing, so we can do the hand ability twice, hopefully, to be able to get up to 7 resources this turn, but let's see what happens.
Yep. Um, my best play here was I thought my best play here was General Weeds, because I'm going to attack into R2D2, and if Luke comes out, I don't want him, or Han unit, I don't want them to automatically kill Vader, and him having 7 damage now because of fears, I feel like I'm protected from that. And indeed, you do the double ramp, and you can see you have your hand in hand, but it would not kill my Vader. But you play U-Wing instead.
I think U-Wing is the play here just because there's so many options in there now. Out of these cards, I had options. So my first thought was I could play a Falcon. I really like the Falcon, it's strong, and I've got currently 2 resources which are going to disappear at the end of the round or the start of the next round. One of those resources could be used on the Falcon to keep it on the table. So that was my first thought, but I was tempted by using Mace to get rid of fears and put some damage into base. I think that might have been a mistake, but I was really tempted by Mace.
Yeah, and yeah, I think the General Weaves coming from Vader, and now you have a 5 attack Mace. He won't even kill Vader, but you go for base, and
I
already
think
17 damage on my base,
yeah,
but I'm ramping quite a lot, so
and I think that was the reason that I went for the mace because I felt like 17 damage at this stage is going to be strong, but is it going to be enough? I'm not sure. And I think the reason that the mace play was potentially a mistake was that Mace really likes killing small attack units and standing up again. That's his thing. But to do that, he needs to take damage, and when he takes damage, he becomes a big target for Palpatine.
yeah, I never thought I would see Mace join the dark side, but here we are.
And I realize the mistake that I've made, but it's too late at this point. Mace is Mace has joined the dark side. What is going on?
Yeah, and he can even kill the Battlefield Marine and put the hurt
Yeah.
on other things too.
Han puts 4 damage into base as quickly as he can because we need that 7th resource this turn.
Yeah.
So I do that and I manage to get that off, but I'm really scared about all this damage you've got. Even though I don't have any damage on base at the moment, you're getting that board dominance, which is going to be hard for me to deal with.
And there are scary cards in both hands, I feel.
Agreed. Here
Mace
goes Mace.
takes down the Battlefield Marine and stands up.
Yes, such a
Very,
good
very,
play.
very powerful.
I think that is a really good play from you. I think it's a big misplay from me to allow you to grab Mace in the first place, but
Yeah.
that is the strength of Palpatine. Han comes in, finishes off Vader, and doesn't take any damage because of his shoots first ability. But overwhelming barrage is pretty devastating here.
Yeah, it puts 1 damage on the leader. Han kills the other one, and then Mace has been doing amazing work here. And I put the first damage into your base. I am still at 21 though, and I don't feel like I have total control of this game.
And at this moment, I really wanted to draw another big card, like a Luke or a Han or a U-Wing, and I managed to find the U-Wing. So I'm pretty happy with that. I don't know that I can create board dominance, but I want to try. So
Yeah,
I play the U-Wing, and we'll see what options I have here.
we have bombs on all sides of the table now in players' hands.
So there's a Han in my hand here, but his shoot first ability won't work against Palpatine because Palpatine's got 10 health, so he's going to hit me back. So I decide to go for the Sentinel play and use the ability of R2D2 and C3PO, both of their on play effect in the middle of this U-Wing. So R2 sees Luke on the top of the deck, and then the last card from the U-Wing is C3PO. So the plan that I use at the beginning of the game, I'm trying to use it here towards the end of the game, and C3PO guesses 7, so we've got a Luke in hand for next turn.
Yep, very powerful play. Very good.
And a Sentinel in the middle of that. So, it's not optimal in terms of the cost. We only spent 6 of the potential 7, but I feel like the Sentinel plus the C3PO-R2 is reasonable.
Yeah, and we've been doing what I'm doing now. We're moving our hands away from, and when we are searching, we pull it into our hands, so the viewers can see what's going on. Let us know if that's what you like. I didn't pull an amazing thing from Vader here. The strongest thing I could pull was a super laser technician, but I guess with Palpatine's ability to snuff him, get a resource and draw a card, it's not too bad.
What would you have liked to have seen there, Siggy? What would you think would have been the optimal Vader pull?
I'm not sure, to be honest. General Weirs would be good. I don't think the super laser technician is bad at the end of the day because of Palpatine's ability, but when I saw that as my only option, I was kind of thinking that I could have pulled something better, but in hindsight, I think it's pretty good.
At the start of this turn, I'm feeling kind of bad. I'm not sure what to do here. And I think that one of my only options is to play something into space. For a couple of turns now, I've only needed to do 9 damage to finish off your base, Siggy, but I just can't push anything through. You've got the board dominance. And I think I decide here to play the Azituk just because I need to try and get something through. And if space is going to be my only option, actually, first we play a surprise strike on R2. So R2 hits for 4, which is enough to finish Vader off. Crazy little moment there, but
yeah, amazing moment.
R2 comes out of nowhere.
Comes out of nowhere, killing Vader.
Zaps Vader in the back.
Yep.
And we do the R2 ability there. So we see a card get bottom deck. And Palpatine kills off the super laser tech.
Yep. Allows me to draw a card and get another resource.
So yeah, I actually saved it as it took for next turn. I felt like Chewie was a strong play here, Sentinel, and then Palpatine unit comes out and immediately does the amount of damage to take him off the table. So again, I've got no units on board, and I am feeling bad.
Yeah, I was thinking along the lines of if you get something good into space, for example, a Falcon that comes down and hits immediately, because I've had no space presence, but I do have open fire as my only thing. I was kind of thinking, let's keep Palpatine in hand to deal with space units when they come out. But when Chewie came out with exactly 6, I thought I should snuff him out.
Yeah, very well played there. So this was the turn where I'm thinking about what to do. I've got enough resources to play Luke, but I haven't lost any units this turn, so I'd only be able to take out this Shore Trooper. So I go for the space play instead, but little did I know you had the open fire in hand to take him down.
Yeah, and here I've total dominance. I have a good space unit. I have a strong ball precision. I have a force choke. And when you pass, I put 14 damage into your base.
Yeah.
And then to add insult to injury, 2 more units. One of them dealing 2 damage to your base. So this
and
is.
My base is left on 1 HP, so it's pretty much the end of the game here, Sig.
Yeah.
I don't really have any options. Whatever I do with my action, you can just you can finish off.
So Pulp will advance into the top 8, and Han is out. How do you feel about that, Gary?
Yeah, I think it's a shame. I think Han is a strong deck. I think possibly I should have mulliganed for some ramp in my starting hand, or maybe something a bit better. But I didn't feel like I had bad card draw. I think it's a shame to see Han go, but I think Palpatine is very strong.
Yeah, we've been seeing both Palpatine Blue and Palpatine Red, and we decided to go with the red version, and played out very good. I think the double ramp at the start, stealing Mace, was a pivotal part of the game. I can almost say that Mace was my MVP of the game, although
Agreed.
of course it was the Emperor leader unit that did all the work.
Yeah, as painful as it is to say, I think I agree. Mace was the MVP here.
So this has been the 7th aspect. Thank you very much.
See you next time.